welcome to Story Mode, yet another gaming channel on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Surprise! Surprise! It's a surprise pop-up bonus stream for this week. Call it what you will. Chaos is what I call it. Chaos is how I roll. Thank you to any VOD watchers who are going to catch this after the fact. I am shocked and delighted to see Cursed in the live chat, but I was not expecting anybody, so I'm here. I'm kind of ready for presenting a nice long VOD for the people. But yes, thank you for the VOD watchers. Anybody who's going to catch the stream after it is live, I appreciate you coming to check it out after the fact, and I hope that we are all as invested as I am currently in hashtag getting to the gate, which is a actual challenge set forth by the Discord community, the leadership there. It's actually a challenge. I don't know what it means or how to do it, but I have officially felt the heat of the fire under my arse, and it is time to push forward a little bit. So thank you to the VOD watchers for coming back and checking out this video of this live stream. After the fact, Cursed, welcome. Thank you for being in the live chat. It is probably really early for you, actually earlier than usual, because my time change has also happened. And I think our time frames, our time zones are a little bit further apart during the season than otherwise. So good morning. Thank you for saying hello in the live chat. I'm going to do my best to stay on task and get some stuff done, because I was looking at the calendar today, and after yesterday's stream, I had officially 4 streams left, and that would take us through November 17th, and that's the day before DLC release. The campaign expansion of Durin's Folk is coming. So I was like, man, can I really get this done in 4 streams? And can I really give a little sample of the building mechanics of this game within 4 streams, in addition to beating the campaign and all of that, and just the way things have been going and how long it's taking me to do a lot of things that I should be much better at. I figured it'd be safe to throw in an extra little bonus stream this week, mostly because I can afford to do it. I have the time. I've had the long weekend. I've had a lot of rest, and I've been able to get a lot done. So I have the ability to provide additional content for us this week. So hopefully this will give us a little boost and get us well on our way to the gate in time for Durin's Folk to hit the shelves of the internet on November 18th. Add Durin's Folk campaign expansion to your wish list on Steam today. Just do it because you know you want it. It's coming in a couple of weeks, so I feel the burn, I feel the rush, I feel the anxiety, the urgency. It's time to go. So with that being said, I will do a really quick tell me something good. You guys watching the stream after the fact, go ahead and drop something good in the comments for me. I love to see comments. So if you think of anything you would like to share for today's stream, something good going on in your life, I would love to hear it. I'm gonna say I detailed my car today. I keep my car probably cleaner than I keep my house, if anyone can imagine that. I'm a little bit of a clean freak, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, with this extra long weekend for me, and with winter coming on my side of the planet, I was like, you know what, let's do one really, really good detail while it's still kind of warm outside, so like I can stand to be outside, my fingertips and toes, you know, won't freeze while I'm cleaning the car. I just told myself, you know what, get one really good deep clean in of the car before the season, and just ride it out from there. So that's what I did. So I got that done. It was a beautiful day for it. It was in the low 60s, nice and cool with a breeze, but also sunny and comfortable. So I got that done, and it was one of the last things on my to-do list to make the most of this time off that I've had. So yeah, that's me. Cursed, you've got nothing since yesterday. Oh, well, I hope your headache is officially gone. And I don't know if you're back I imagine you're back at work, but maybe you're not still. I don't know. But I'm happy to see you, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have you in the live stream today. You're going to appreciate the first thing that we do very much, if you're able to pay attention, which I understand the situation, so if you're busy working, obviously. Back at work, boo, yeah. That's me tomorrow. That's why I'm starting a little bit early tonight as well. Starting at 5 instead of 6 p.m. my time, because, I need to update my graphic for that, don't I? No, because the time change is still technically 6. Okay, anyways, never mind. Numbers caught me off guard again. But yeah, I'm starting a little bit early. It's 5 o'clock for me here, and I wanted to get off around 7 so that I could see my husband maybe for a few minutes before I needed to tuck in and go to sleep. So yeah, so here we are. All is well. All is good. Let's come back here. Let's push some buttons on the stream deck to make things official. Yes, that is a good thing. I was excited to see the alert for the bonus stream. I'm glad you were. I'm glad I could keep you company on your very sad morning back to work. So sad. Okay, let's jump into this nonsense. And the very first thing I'm going to do is dedicated to Kirsten Axebeard. I'm going to run up to my mapstone. So we are back in the Desolation base. I mean, we were just here yesterday, so I never know how much to recap for people who haven't tuned in to the playthrough yet. Maybe this is the first episode you're catching. Versus people who maybe had to miss the last stream or the streams before that. The reason I get so repetitive sometimes and I feel like I over-communicate things is because I never know who's watching and when, and where you're coming from, and if you're here and if you're not here and all of that good stuff. So with that being said, this is a fun little backtrack moment. And I'm going to dedicate this one to Kirsten, to Axebeard, for putting up with me for so long. This is the Dworodelf. Just recapping that we are in... Okay, hold on. Rewind. I said all that about being repetitive and letting everybody know where we were and recapping because I was in the Desolation base. I always identify where I am so you guys can hopefully understand what's going on. So anyways, this is the Dworodelf city. I took a mapstone to the front because I placed a mapstone over there in the front because I need to access this area as easily as possible. It's great. I love the last time on vibe of the recap. Helps me remember where we are in your game. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm very repetitive, and I know it's probably annoying for anyone who actually pays attention, but if for any reason, you know, I don't assume everybody's glued to their computer screen every time I live stream, so for that reason, I do like to recap where we're at, talk about what we've done and where we're going. So there's some loose ends I just want to address really quick. This is the biggest loose end of them all. Maybe today I found the ranger camp in the Dworodelf, which I neglected to find. Oh no, I'm going the wrong direction. I neglected to find. I'm supposed to follow the torches. The first time we came through here, so I do have our beautiful checklist of things, and I know there's things on here I've still missed, but find and unlock the ranger camp for the Dworodelf, which is an area we've left behind at this point, was not something that I had accomplished, and so I came back. I finally had some time today. I came back and I found it. So here it is. And I waited until we were all together to come here to show you where it was and to unlock it. So look at this little secret in the corner. Let's take a quick look at the map. It'll mean absolutely nothing to you, but we're gonna look at it anyway. So this green section here, this is the Dworodelf, considered the upper city. So here we are. Here I am at this marked item on the map. So our base camp, I think, is over here, and then the mapstone, the entrance mapstone, was right here. So these are the tunnels that are kind of at the front of the upper city, and this is where I had to come and scour and scavenge and poke and prod until I found the secret little structure in the corner of a massive hall, a massive chamber, and tucked in this sneaky little fortress is our ranger camp. Here it is right here. I found it. Aren't you proud? I had a feeling it would be one of these spaces. I had it a number of times. You know what's funny? I'll show you the... Well, I won't show you the room, actually, because we don't have time for it. The Dawnbreak Ale, thank goodness. Thank goodness we found this one, because Dawnbreak Ale is actually going to save my butt very soon. So here we go, guys. Finally unlocking the ranger camp in the Dworodelf. I finally found it. It took forever. To my credit, I do feel like it's rather sneaky. I feel like it's a little sneaky-sneak. I'm trying to think of how to describe the room to you, Kirsten. I wish I could just find one and show you, but I specifically looked in a different type of room that I have randomly found the ranger camp in before as well. So yeah. So I don't remember you saying it would be in here or in a room like this. I honestly don't remember it, but Axe said that you claimed the credit for letting me know where it would be. And I completely missed it or dismissed it or something. I don't know, I did something wrong. And then I still hadn't found it. by then. So anyways, guys, check that one off the list. Finally found the ranger camp in the Dorodelf, the upper city, and we unlocked the Dawnbreak Ale recipe, and that is going to really come in handy, and we'll talk about it when I'm gonna use it. How about that? How about that when I use it? And then the other loose end, you kept running down the middle instead of checking the side. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. The other loose end to address really quickly was in yesterday's stream, I had an orcish key sitting in my pockets, in my pack, and I remember Chris asking me about that as well, and I was like, well, I mean, obviously I've just misplaced, or I missed a chest. I took out an orc stronghold, picked up the key, but I never opened the chest with it, and so I ran around in the desolation to try to figure out which chest it was that I missed. And it turned out to be the second outpost in the Gundabad stronghold. So the actual orc town in the desolation. I had missed one of the chests in there, which I think makes sense because there was a lot going on. And I was really focused on collecting slag and all of that good stuff from that area. So yeah, so those are the two loose ends. I did find the chest that orcish key belonged to, and I went ahead and got all that straightened out, and then I finally found the ranger camp earlier today in the Dorodelf. So we can check those items off the list, and it's a good thing because moving forward is the priority. Like I said, 4 streams, I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough to actually get, you know, where we're trying to go, get ready for the DLC, the campaign expansion coming in a couple of weeks. So here's what we're gonna do. My dwarf has a tired buff. I'm gonna start some food. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah, Cursed. I feel a little bit defended that there was a lot going on when we were inside the orc stronghold. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna eat my food. It's gonna be lovely. Maybe I'll go ahead. I'll just keep drinking because I need to empty this out for my Dawnbreak Ale anyway. And I love you guys, but we're gonna skip the song. Because I just want to get down to business. I just want to get moving ahead. We're gonna drink this and then we're gonna take a look at our objectives really quickly, and I do want to call out that we found 2 things. Okay, first let's look at our objectives. There's so much on my mind. I'm so confused. Okay, seek Nain's grave. Hashtag spoiler alert, I know where it is. We're nowhere near it at the moment. So, seek Nain's grave is, though, an objective for us because he was the last known holder of the Khazad Stone, and we are actively searching for the Khazad Stone on behalf of Thorn III Stonehelm, king under the Lonely Mountain at the moment. In last stream, we made it to the crossroads. Congratulations, everybody. We bumped into our buddy Arik, and he told us to forge a mithril weapon. And then, with said weapon, to kill the dragon. The big purple dragon that we've been talking about for the last few streams. So, this is all that's on my objective list, but a couple of other things have happened in the course of our travels. So, our biggest objectives, these are like the big overarching things. We do need to forge a mithril weapon. Obviously, right now, I don't even know how I would do that at where I'm at in the game. Where is mithril? How do I... What? What do you mean? Kill the dragon. I don't know where the dragon is. Also, I'm wildly under-equipped for that. I'm gonna imagine that that's really hard. So, so this is our objectives. This is where we want to get to. And I believe in our journey to take care of the dragon, we'll probably stumble upon Nain's grave. But what we have done instead, and in the interim, we discovered the Nogrod Forge down here in the Desolation Tunnels. So we have a whole new forge to relight, and we might as well do that because there is nothing stopping us from doing that. All we gotta do is replace those parts. If there is a horde, might be worth it to try to fight the horde, maybe get some more Gundabad slag and see if that holds any use for us. So we're gonna relight the forge tonight. We also unlocked a couple more recipes for yet another set of upgraded armor. I feel like it's been 5 minutes that I've been wearing this Khazad armor, but we've already unlocked additional recipes just by, first of all, restoring Durin's forge and then crafting Durin's axe. So if I go in here, we're gonna see the Durin armor collection. And these armor pieces are the next priority. Of course I want to upgrade my armor. This is how we do. This is the progression of the game. And once again, just taking a note of how cool it is that even though this is feels a little fast now. It feels like we're kind of upgrading really quickly. Things are working a little bit differently. I kind of like it because it keeps the game fresh. For the first 3 to 4 new areas that you open up, the progression is extremely repetitive and very formulaic. We're still trying to accomplish the same things, but they're kind of getting mixed up a little bit. And now we've got to like focus on new armor again. Oh my gosh, okay, next. And then, you know, see what happens after that. So crafting Durin's armor is a priority for us tonight. I don't know if we're gonna get to it. We're gonna try. The first thing I think I'm gonna do now that I have finally put to bed the ranger camp in the Durin, and anything else that was just kind of hanging out, questions unanswered, taking care of that. We're kind of at a good starting point. I want to hit the Nogrod Forge, and we'll see what that offers, what that opens up for us. But I'm also looking for Durin's guard armor here. Now, let's take a note really quickly. Sunstone, Durinal ingots, and star metal ingots are required to craft this armor. So, Durinal ingots we now know are made from Gundabad slag, which drops from Gundabad orcs. We have not come across anything called star metal, so we'll continue to take the steps we can take right now and explore where we can explore, see where that takes us. We also are at the crossroads, so it's time to start traveling and exploring a little bit more outside of the desolation, moving beyond this current area. Maybe we'll find some star metal in our travels. And sunstone, I really needed more bounty, so we do have some. I've got like a pocket full. I've used them to build Durin's lamps, and I've used them for I believe the Offen lamps that grow the crops in our farming area in the Durodelph. I'm using sunstone, and I can go and break some stuff down to collect some more, but it would be great if I could find a good supply of sunstone and a good supply of star metal. So that's kind of what we have our eyes peeled for. I do have quite a few Durinal ingots left from the slag that I've already collected and already turned into ingots, but it would be a great thing to grab more if we can. I'm not sure exactly how much we have and exactly how much we need to make this armor. So we've got some materials that we're focused on and then some other objectives. So yeah, of course, we're going to build a weapon and we're going to kill a dragon at some point. But we have a couple of things to do before we get to that. One more thing I want to point out is it a question mark? Is it this question mark? No, these are brew tanks. Is it this question mark? Probably. Yeah, okay. So, upon being instructed to craft a mithril weapon by Ark in order to kill the dragon, we were given a recipe for a Shazaknaman. Shazaknaman? 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 This is a mithril spear, you guys, okay? So, it is a tier 6 weapon. The first of its kind that we've come across so far. It says, forged of mithril from a secret design revealed by the king under the mountain. This Dragonsbane weapon is truly a masterwork, able to pierce a dragon's hide. Only one masterwork can be carried at a time. So, we need to forge this dragon killing weapon. And it is a masterwork. So what's really fun is it's going to take the place of Durin's axe, which we just crafted. But let's take a look at what it requires. It requires mithril ingots. Where in the world is mithril? I have no idea. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that too. It's going to take a diamond. We have a lot of diamonds, actually, just regular ones, not black diamonds. It's also going to take 6 scales. Now, I don't know if I have 6, but I do know there are some drakes and some fell beasts that I have left alone. And I know that if I stop leaving them alone for a little bit, I can probably get some scales from them. So, guys, right now it's crunch time. We have recipe upon recipe. What did I just craft? Oh, a torch? That's fine. Oh, no, axes I don't need. Oh, gosh. Hitting the wrong... Can you imagine going back to the improvised axe, a tier 1 weapon from a tier 7 weapon? Ooh, that should be a challenge. I know Axe Spirit hosts a bare knuckle brawler where you just punch things. You don't even have a weapon. But maybe there should be some kind of challenge where you have, like, stage 1 weapons and you're fighting, like, stage 5 enemies or something. I don't know. That sounds miserable. Anyways, now that my buff for my ale is almost entirely worn off, let's head to the Nogrod Forge. Yes? Hold on. Before we do that, hold on. Hold on. Let's plan ahead. Let's try to be strategic here. I will say, cursed as well, I have dropped a couple of map stones in very useful places. So there is now a map stone at the crossroads. How do I never have iron ingots? Never do I ever. I must take them all back to the Doro base. This is ridiculous. So yeah, we have a couple of map stones and a couple of useful areas. I'm gonna break down this smithy. I'm gonna grab this campfire. Because if we're gonna rebuild a forge, we're most likely gonna face a horde. And I do want to point out really quickly that we did not trigger a horde at Durin's forge. And that's because we fought the Troll King to even get access to that forge. So I think the game was being very generous. So there's some scales crawling around right over there, if you can see him. There's our scales right there.
Monsters in the air!
We'll go get those when it makes sense to do so. But yeah, with this forge, we're most likely gonna trigger a horde though, because that's more typical. And I think, like I said, to collect a little bit more Gundabad slag, we'll take a look and see what enemies show up in the horde. But I might actually fight them instead of hiding in my little corner and waiting it out. See, that sounds like hard mode, not story mode. Chris, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. You should be. Oh gosh, I gotta remember where the forge is. And I've gotta kill this bat. I don't know why I ever think I can run away from them. Bats and I think wargs, not wolves. Wolves will like leave you alone if you walk away long enough, but like bats will follow you forever. Bats and moths, and I feel like wargs will just track you forever. Where's the Nogrod Forge? Did I mark it on my map like a good girl? I think they did it for me. This is probably it right here. The Nogrod Forge, yeah, okay. I can't take credit for that one. I think the game marked it by itself. I did. I put a map stone at the crossroads for when we're ready to move forward, but let's handle the Nogrod Forge first. And let's talk about the Nogrod Dwarves while we do it. So the Nogrod Dwarves, like the Belagost? Yeah, the Belagost Dwarves hail from the Blue Mountains. Both of them actually hail from the Blue Mountains. And they are all master craftsmen, smithies, masons. They are really renowned craftsmen of their time. And they all built really incredible things. I believe Telkar is a descendant of Narvi, and I believe, or not a descendant of Narvi, I'm sorry, he was apprenticed to Narvi, the great craftsman. And Telkar, I believe, was a Belagost dwarf. And we've talked about them, so I don't want to harp on them too much, but they are very much associated with Nogrod. I'm going to go ahead and light these other braziers too really quickly. And just make a little side note. I think it's just pulling regular wood, yeah, from my pockets, because that's what I have. Regular wood scraps will burn out. It will not keep your braziers lit for a long time. I believe you have to use at least coal. Coal, resin, and blaze shrooms usually keep your braziers going kind of permanently, but this wood will burn out eventually. Why am I crouched? What is he? This looks very uncomfortable. Why are we carrying things like this? But anyway, so Belagost and Nogrod are very closely related. They come from the same mountain range. They are all renowned craftsmen, all of that good stuff. So what's interesting about Nogrod dwarves is that they were involved with Finrod. Finrod, who is the brother of Galadriel. And if you watch The Rings of Power, and I feel like everyone on the internet's trying to convince me that that show has been canceled. It has not, by the way. They are currently in production on season 3. It hasn't been canceled, guys. Don't read those Collider article headlines. They're lying to you. But yeah, so Rings of Power, Galadriel's actually a bit obsessed with her brother. The story that they're telling is that he was killed by, like, in a great war, kind of by the general enemy, which are your orcs and all of that good stuff. So anyways, I'm putting coal in these braziers now, which means I probably can't build my campfire anymore, my camp hearth. But let's grab our gear and take this over here. So anyways, the Nogrod dwarves became associated with Finrod in, I want to say, the first or second age. That's a very, very long time to not be sure. That's a big distance of time. But I'm not sure if it was the first or second age. I think it was the first age. And they actually assisted Finrod in delving and cultivating his kingdom, known as Nargothrond. So maybe as a little acknowledgement of the Nogrod elves, And I use all of my wood to light braziers, so now I cannot build a quick platform. So, learn from my mistakes, and let's break some things. So anyways, the Nogrod dwarves worked with Finrod to build Nargothrond, his elven kingdom. Finrod, the brother of Galadriel, an elf, okay? So there's always been a little bit of weirdness between elves and dwarves, but they really were working together for quite a long time. And this collaboration between the two to build an elven kingdom was definitely a part of that. And the elves had great respect for Finrod, and he was given the name Finrod Felagund, which he is referred to in the books, and Felagund is a title that the dwarves gave him. And I believe it means maker of caves? Builder of caves? Something like that. Creator of caves? Something to do with caves. So he became known as Finrod Felagund because of his collaboration with the Nogrod dwarves to build his kingdom of Nargothrond. So, all is well, we're working together, we're having a good time. There was, I believe, Telkar, who we've referenced in this playthrough multiple times. I really need to be able to see. Hold on. Whoop. Stop crouching, bruh. So, Telkar. Apprentice to Narvi. I believe this is correct. There's no one here to correct me. If they are, please speak up if you're watching and you know the truth and I'm not telling it. Telkar crafted the Noglamir. The Noglamir was this epic necklace. So don't think small, pretty, dainty princess necklace. Think like big, chunky costume statement jewelry. Like something the dwarves would make, right? So precious stones, huge, beautiful, like achievement. Like, greatest thing that's been crafted in so long. I do believe it was Telkar specifically that crafted the Nauglamir, and that could be incorrect. Cursed, you can trust me, but I might be leading you astray. At the end of the day, you're not too worried about my accuracy, so I think it's fine. But yeah, so anyway, he crafted the Nauglamir, this beautiful thing. And the Nogrod dwarves gifted the Nauglamir to Finrod. So Finrod, the elf, had possession of this beautiful, absolutely wonderfully created thing, and the fact that the dwarves would give something like that to an elf should really give you an inkling of like how okay they were. It's very much assumed and accepted that dwarves and elves have like always hated each other. There's always been a little bit of drama, but the actual hate, the despising, wasn't necessarily always part of that equation. So anyways, all of this being said, they all worked together, we were all getting along. The elves gifted Finrod the Nauglamir necklace, right? Okay, so the next crazy thing that happens in the storyline is that Beren and Luthien, for very specific reasons, and I'm such dork because I want to go into like all the side context. Beren and Luthien being the daughter of Thingol of Doriath, an elven princess. Beren being a man, but I believe of Numenorian descent, I believe. Or the father of the I don't know. Anyways, he was a man and he was like a big deal. So anyways, Beren and Luthien, they fall in love and they want to get married. But Luthien's dad, Thingol, is like, yeah, I don't think so, because you're a dude, and elves don't marry dudes, and I'm not cool with that. So Thingol sets a challenge to Beren and says, you know what, I will let you marry my daughter if you bring me a Silmaril from the crown of Morgoth. So if any of these things are starting to ring a bell, and I'm just standing here in the game because as soon as I put this pipe in place, we're going to trigger a horde, so I'm going to finish my story real quick. So anyways, Thingol being like crazy Morgoth, he's a Valar, he's extremely powerful, he's defeated other Valar, he's developed his own stronghold and Angband, I believe he's at right now, and you know, all of this, like this impossible enemy, like there's no way anybody could possibly actually retrieve a Silmaril that Morgoth stole, by the way, with the help of Ungoliant, the giant spider, from Valinor. Whole thing, sorry, I'm going too far. Anyways, because Beren desperately wants to marry Luthien, he accepts the challenge, he goes to Angband, and he tries to sneak in. Well, Luthien comes in and she helps him, okay? So they do it together, it's very romantic. Now, Beren and Luthien manage through lots of details and monsters and giant wolves and other criteria. Somebody loses a hand. I think there's some internal burning going on. Anyways, they manage to get a Silmaril from the Crown of Morgoth. And they bring it back to Thingol. Okay, so successfully, and they are able to be wed. I believe there's a lot of complications in there. They definitely die either in the getting of the Silmaril and are brought back to life, or they die immediately after giving the Silmaril to Thingol, and then they get brought back to life. But basically, they die in their pursuits of the Silmaril. And I know that Beren gets mortally wounded, and I think it's his hand that probably gets cut off. But anyways, they die, they come back to life. It's fine. It's magic. So, Thingol now has a Silmaril, and I don't remember the details, forgive me, how the Silmaril comes from Thingol to be in the possession of Finrod. But basically what happens is, this particular Silmaril that Beren and Luthien snatch from Morgoth's crown is added to the Nauglamir necklace. And the Nogra dwarves are charged with adding the Silmaril to the necklace to make it just this most grandiose, incredible thing, right? And so they do, because we're all getting along and we're all playing nicely. So the Nogra dwarves and craft the Silmaril into the Nauglamir necklace, which technically belongs to Finrod Felagund. Now, Nograthond falls. And when Nograthond falls, Finrod, I do believe, is destroyed. There's details, so he's kind of out of the picture now. So now Thingol says, hey, the Nauglamir, that necklace with the Silmaril, hey, that belongs to me. So give me my necklace. And the Nogra dwarves, being stubborn dwarves as they are like, heck no, man, we made this, and we made it for Finrod. So if any elf has claim to it, it's Finrod, but he's no longer here. So there becomes this kind of conflict about it. But in the end, the Nogra dwarves say, you know what, okay, fine. They give the necklace to Thingol. I think. Maybe they never actually hand it over. But basically this conflict between the Nogra dwarves and Thingol over a necklace that now houses a Silmaril. The Nogra dwarves end up killing Thingol on the spot. And that, my friends, is what has started decades and generations and millennia of enmity against dwarves and elves. And so many people who are familiar with the trilogy and even The Hobbit have no idea that these events transpired so far in the past. But yeah, the Nogra dwarves killed Thingol. I can't believe it. Like, it blows my mind because Thingol is such a powerful entity in the history of the elves and Middle Earth. And he is married to Melian, and Melian reigns with him in Doriath, and Doriath is the hidden realm. So there's a whole lot of tales that come in and out of Doriath. There's a whole lot of things to learn about their kingdom, their realm. But what's really important to know is that Melian is actually a Maya, and so Maya, she's on the same plane of existence as Gandalf, as Sauron, as I'm trying to think of any other Maya that are directly named. I don't know if all the wizards are Maya. I want to say that they are, but I'm not 100% sure. And then there's the Herald of Manwë, who is referred to in Valinor, and he is a Maya as well. So, like, she's a big deal. Like, she's pretty much a half-god, or a demigod. And she married Thingol, and they ruled together. And she was, I believe, the biological mother of Luthien as well. So, anyways, all of this crazy stuff. So all of that to say, the Nogra dwarves are extremely renowned dwarves for their craftsmanship, the things that they created. Telkar, I also believe, forged Narsil, the original iteration of Anduril, which is Aragorn's sword, which we come to know pretty well. Narsil was wielded by not Elrond. Oh my gosh. I'm going too far. I'm sharing too much. Not Isildur. What's his father's name? Isildur's father. Somebody help me. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Not Isildur. Not Elrond. It starts with an E. Anyways, the guy that dies, the Sauron kills, and then the sword is crushed into a bunch of pieces, Narsil. Yeah, that bearded guy. Yeah, I actually love him in Rings of Power. I really like that actor for him. I cannot think of I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm remembering all this other stuff, but I can't remember something as basic as that. Elendil. Thank you. I had to think of the quote from the beginning of the films that Isildur took up his father's sword. Elendil wielded Narsil against Sauron and was defeated, and then Isildur took up the shards took up the shattered hilt of Narsil, cut the ring off of Sauron's finger, and the whole thing kicks off, right? Yes, Elendil, excellent. So, that is Telkar's legacy. Telkar also made the Nauglamir necklace, and that is the necklace's legacy, that it was killed. And then the necklace itself was obviously in the possession of the dwarves for a while, because they killed to keep it, and then ends up going to the dwarves, or I'm sorry, going to the elves, and come back into the dwarves. Like, I don't even remember where the Nauglamir ends up. But that is actually, honestly, in a nutshell, events surrounding the Nogrod dwarves and their history. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff, because the Blue Mountains were taken over, and that's why the Belagos dwarves and the Nogrod dwarves even fled to Moria to begin with, is because the Blue Mountains were overrun. So there's all this other stuff too, but like, of all the notorious things to be known for, the Nogrod dwarves are known for killing Thingol, an elven lord.
We got orcs!
Okay. So that's the end of that story. Alright, so I'm gonna try to handle this horde. I might regret it, because I don't think I can build a hearth anymore. No, I need coal. And I'm not gonna come across coal. So, anyways, we're gonna take our life into our hands, but I'm gonna take a look first and see if any of these orcs are actually Gundabad orcs. So I'm gonna look for that telltale leather armor that they wear. And if it's just a bunch of goblins, I'm not gonna go down there. I'm not gonna go down there. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait and see who shows up. We got some wargs down here. I'm in the building menu. Let me get out of that. And check it out, you guys. We relit the furnace, and now we can make Nogrod steel, the red axe of Nogrod, and the red sword of Nogrod. So those are the recipes that we unlocked by relighting this forge. And now I'm waiting for the horde. Yeah, same, Cursed. I don't know. I think by now I would have gotten the alert. But I'm gonna wait a second, because I have trust issues. Which is really sad if it's not a horde forge, because stopping to tell that story was a complete waste of time. I could have just kept going. If there's not a horde. And it doesn't look like there is. That's funny. I think you would have had it. Yeah. Womp womp. We wasted some time not doing things. Love it. The next forge is? Okay. Well, alas, that means there's no more Gundabad slag unless there are patrols walking around in the desolation. So let's check out what we've unlocked at the forge. The Red Sword of Nogrod. Get excited. Forge with Nogrod steel. These swords of Telkar's design. What did I tell you guys? Have runes of power that make the blade radiant with the light of the sun. Very exciting, tier 5. Okay, so these are still technically a tier below the mithril spear that we need to craft as well. Now these are made of Nogrod steel, ironwood, and fine leather, and honestly, I probably can do all of that because we can make the Nogrod steel here in this furnace. But I need sunstone. I have true quartz, we can get iron easy. Sunstone is an element that has now become like doubly important for us to find, okay? So, I need to craft the Durin's guard armor. I need to craft the weapons of Nogrod. Those are going to be our updated weapons. We also have that mithril spear kind of like right after that. We really need to do that in order to kill the dragon moving forward. So what should our next steps be? I think our next steps have to be finding sunstone. I'm gonna go back to my base. Can I build? I can't build anything. Despite my best efforts. I can't build anything. I think I'm gonna head back to base. I'm gonna grab all the sunstone I have. Fine leather. And these recipes will show up in my craft menu. Look at this forge, it's so pretty. Will show up in my crafting menu so I can check out what I need when we get back. So now I just gotta think of which direction I need to leave this forge to get back to base. Okay, we need to go this way. And yeah, because I didn't bring a map stone, decidedly, and then I used the coal I would have had for my camp hearth to light braziers, because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. The next forge is, yeah, probably. So yeah, sunstone and star metal. And then let's go ahead and see how many Durinal ingots we have lying around. I can't make the armor, though. I don't need the Durinol unless I have the star metal, though. So maybe it's not worth worrying about that just now. Let's focus on the Nogrod weapons, because we've been working with these Khazad weapons for a while. So despite the fact that the Khazad armor is relatively new, having this Khazad Maul is actually kind of old news. I think it's high time we upgraded our weapons. So let's focus on the Nogrod weapons for now, which means Sunstone, Fine Leather, and what? Ironwood? Is that what it was? So let's go back to base. And like I said, because I have not found yet a good source for Sunstone, we've kind of, honestly, we've been getting it because it's been dropped by orcs in this area. We've wiped out the orc stronghold, we've taken out all the outposts. There really isn't like a reliable orc source of Sunstone now either. So the only other place it is in the Durin's lamps that I have built to seal the shadow vents. Not the repaired lamps, but the ones I have built from scratch. We could go find those and break those down. That would take forever, but that's an option. We could go find those, break those down, get that sunstone back. Also, the salt bath that is at the Dwaro base is made of sunstone, and the Afhan lamps. So first things first, we need to figure out how much of everything we need and how much we have. So let's grab our iron ingots. Axe, welcome in! Did you kill the Gundabad war chief? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, but I followed your advice and I took out as many Gundabad orcs first before I killed him. Yes. Yes, it happened. It has occurred. Okay. So. My smithy. Let's just do this. My smithy. Put that back where it goes. Fix myself up here. We'll put some food on the roasting pit. And then let's see, do I have any sunstone in here? I do. I have 4 sunstone. I also have, guys, just so you know, I've also organized my inventory a bit today as well, because things were getting a little crazy in stream yesterday. We have our 50 black diamonds to rebuild the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. We actually have them. Now that we took out the Gundabad stronghold, we have enough black diamonds for that. And I have 12 black diamonds left over, which I'm not gonna lie, the leftover black diamonds are kind of the reason why we have map stones in some locations now that we didn't have them before. So we have some extra black diamonds as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bag these as well because we may just want to put one at the Nogrod Forge. What else am I looking for? We do need fine leather. Whoa. We need scales too. I'm going to grab everything I know we need for the immediate future. I'm gonna grab this leather as well. I'm gonna grab all of this stuff and take it back to the Dwaro base. Anything that can actually help us. I'm gonna take it back. True quartz was part of that equation. I don't think it's as important. I have more of that and it's much easier to get than some of these other things. But I'm gonna grab that. Fill my belly. That's nice. Woohoo indeed. Thanks for the shout out, of course. I have failed to give you a proper shout out though, so thanks for saying that. Hey guys, go check out Axebeard on YouTube and Twitch. Here's the YouTube link right here in the chat for you. If you want to see some building, which I have yet to show you, if you want to see some cool challenges, I was referencing the Bare Knuckle Brawler earlier, Axe. The Bare Knuckle Brawler challenge. Cool builds and cool challenges, go check it out. Go check it out. Okay, let's head back to the Dwaro base. See how much sunstone I have, how much I need, and how much we can get. Killing the war chief ends hordes for the area. I've not done the research on it, but the theory is you don't get a great forge horde if the local war chief is dead. Interesting. I'm gonna have to test that for science one day. I'm curious. Yeah, I know that you don't trigger hordes in the traditional sense, but I thought that great forge hordes were like their own thing. But even so, that sounds like it's absolutely plausible that taking out the orc town would eliminate the horde altogether. Okay, because yeah, here, check it out. 30 plus 20. We've got 50 black diamonds right here. That's all we need. We've got actual diamonds. I told you guys we had enough here. We've got 5 of these, so that's exciting. We're gonna need those. And it doesn't look like I have any sunstone in here. Interesting, maybe that's why I so rarely get hordes on forges. I often do the war chief early. Yeah, I typically leave the strongholds to the last thing. because I usually want to have like all my upgraded armor and stuff first. Okay, let's see how much fine leather we can make. I don't know how much we need, but we definitely need it, so let's go ahead. Because we're looking, once again, at upgraded armor and upgraded weapons, and we need leather for all of those. Ooh, she's out of salt already. Dang, okay. Alright, how much have we got? I've only got 9. Ooh, I've only got 9 fine leather. I have 14 Durinal ingots. Here's all my iron ingots. Somehow they're all making it back here, and that's why I can never build a smithy in the desolation. Yeah, I'm not that strategic. I go in all guns blazing and hope for the best. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Okay, so no more sunstone. So that means I've used quite a lot, if not all, for Durin's lamps. Yeah, okay, Durin's lamps and Afen lamps. And also this salt bath. So we can take this salt bath down. I'll get a few more sunstone for this. Looks like I have 3. So now I have 7 sunstone. Fine leather, we're gonna need salt. No, not that. That's true quartz, we've got some more here if we need it. Oh, and more diamonds, look at that. 10 diamonds in here. And so I have 15 diamonds altogether. Okay, so we don't need all of this right now. We don't need all of this. Let's take a look at what we need for the Nogrod weapons, which is our first priority. Ironwood and fine leather. Okay, cool. And what is... No, 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 stop making axes. Why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep doing that? I keep making improvised axes. Okay, let me get rid of some of these other materials I don't need to carry, because I'm too easily confused. Actually, is bat poo in this one? No, bat poo is in this one. Alright. Put that down. Put our natural fiber in here. Hide can go in here. I'm gonna keep the fine leather and the ironwood. And the sunstone. Just because I can. Lighting a great forge makes so much noise, it's not a chance, it's a guarantee. Yeah. It feels like it has to happen, so you're probably right. Put this food away. Some stuff in there. No, 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 stop. How do you play this game? How do you not hit the wrong buttons all of the time? Put your aloe blooms in here. Put your seeds over here. Gosh darn it. This is why I use dump chests. Because this takes way too long. How? I keep hitting the wrong buttons, obviously. I have all of these axes. I should just use them. As I can. Nope, not this one. Nope, nope. I can put these scrolls away too. Actually, you missed it. I found the ranger camp. All by myself. With no hints at all. I found the ranger camp in the Dorodelf. It only took forever. But we went there first thing. First thing in stream today. I do wish we had universal chests. You know what's funny? I like the separation, I think. I think I like it because Paleo, one of the things that kind of is exhausting to me is that they do have not only mass storage, but mass recipes. Like, they don't break anything up into categories. Everything's just thrown into one pool. So when I'm looking for like a furniture recipe or something, I have to scroll through everything. And like, yeah, there's a search option. It doesn't help that much. And yeah, with the stuff in your, you can tab to categories in your storage and stuff. I don't know, I feel like it's a lot. I kind of like this. And then, am I crazy? I'm pretty sure the Afen lamp takes sunstone. Yeah, it does, right there. Okay. Okay. And now it's too dark over here. Well, that's fine. Okay. What did I need sunstone for? Was it the armor? the Durin's armor, I think. Yes. Okay, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need 12 for the armor. But I don't even have star metal yet. So let's not stress about that too much. I'm going to get as much as I can easily, but I'm not going to stress. The storage is good though with categories, but agree with the recipe and furniture. Yay for ranger camps and dawnbreak pit. Exactly, Axe. I'm going to need that ale soon. Hashtag no spoilers. I'm going to need that ale soon. Okay. I need to make... Can I make Nogrod ingots here? Nogrod steel, please? Yes! This is what I need sunstone for. Oh, no. Oh, no. I suddenly feel like I have no sunstone. Okay. Let me remind myself. Weapons first. I'm a sword girl. I love me my sword, so unless you guys convince me I need the axe instead, I'm gonna go for the sword. 3 ingots. Okay. We're gonna make 3 ingots. That's the priority here. No! I can only make 2! Darn it. Alright, those Afan lamps have to go. Those Afan lamps have to go. The storage is good though with all- yeah. Oh dear indeed. Yeah. Easiest solution, take these lamps down. I need to scrape together. Oh, fine. I need to scrape together 3 ingots. That's only 1. It only takes 1. We're doing great on farming. We're really just farming for fun at this point, so I'm not devastated by this. I will be able to gather more sunstone. No spoilers. But I want to get this weapon first. Okay, is this enough? Oh dear, indeed. Okay, let me add... Stop bowing at everything. Okay, I just need 1 more. Okay. 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 Yes? No. Okay, and then when we get the sword, do I need to go back to the Nogrod Forge for anything? Because I cannot put a map stone there if I don't need any of this other stuff, which I don't think I do. I think I just need the sword, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, I won't worry about putting a map stone there. All right, let's take a look. Let's confirm one more time. I've got 3 ingots. 3 Nogrod steel ingots. I only need 4 ironwood and 1 fine leather. Okay, so I've got that stuff in my pockets. Let's go ahead and try to prepare ourselves for anything that may come. I may already have some of the stuff in my pockets. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing else at Nogrod. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm a one-handed girly. Sword versus axe is personal preference. The real question is one-handed or two-handed. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, we can make our way back to the Nogrod Forge. We can make this stone. We can make the sword. Goodness. With my sunstone. That was what was in my brain. Let's go do that real quick. I miss my Zorak torch more than I can say. When I was playing by myself earlier, off stream, I cranked the brightness because I couldn't see anything. Oh, look at Drake. Let's take him out. We need those scales, and he's down here waiting for us. So let's take this guy on.
Drakes!
Come on. Take some damage, will ya? Nope. You know what's really sad? He tail whips on both sides, I think. Actually, let's test that for science. I've tried to stay on his left side before to see if I can avoid the tail whip, but I feel like he does it on both sides. Let's find out. Yeah, the head thing is easy to dodge. Okay, there he goes. Alright, we couldn't really test it. Maybe he doesn't tail whip on the other side. Maybe he doesn't. That's okay, I'm not sad. Okay, so we're gonna do the sword. Let's head back to the forge. Whee! My goodness, we're already an hour into stream. This is why I was like, you know what? I can do an extra stream. There's only 4 stream days left to go before the DLC drops. So let's go ahead and push the ticket a little bit. So here we are. Oh no, this is Durin's Highway. Sorry, wrong direction. We needed to take a right, which is now a left. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey, gaming Gma. Do you go by Gma, Grandma? Gaming Ma? What do you want me to call you? Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for dropping by stream. It's nice to see you. Nice to see ya. We are in the Desolation. I am actually just about to craft a sword from the Nogrod Forge. That fun little fire sword. I forget the actual title of it. And I am hustling my bunnies to try to get to the end of campaign before our 2 weeks is up, and we can go ahead and start the Durin's Folk expansion once I finally hashtag get to the gate. So that's what I'm up to right now, just to catch you up. Okay, the sword. Let's go. Yeah, I recognized you, Gaming Gma. Welcome in. That's why I'm being so darn friendly. I know your face. I know your face. Alright guys, here we go. We've got the sword, I believe. Yeah, and so this is pre-imbued with a rune, and it's the fire rune. No, equip. Absolutely equip. Oh, look at it. It's a fire sword. Cursed. I'm such a nerd. Thank you. You're so complimentary. So the Flame Red Sword of Nogrod. I also gave a brief but too long backstory on the Nogrod dwarves and all the shenanigans that they got up to, but also how important Telkar was as a craftsman of the Nogrod dwarves and some of the amazing things that he made and crafted, which came into play into the Lord of the Rings lore much later after the fact. So yeah, we also had a little lore moment, which come to find out I didn't need to stop gameplay to do. I could have just kept going because there was no horde for this forge, and it's either because it just doesn't have one, or it's because I already took out the Gundabad stronghold and therefore didn't have a chieftain to fight. So we'll never know, except we might know one day in the future. Maybe, possibly. Okay, so we've got an upgraded weapon. Get excited. What is our next priority going to be? I'm gonna eat a snack, that's for sure. Check out the sword, guys. It's so cool. Like, cool. Pun intended, because it's not cool. It's actually very hot. Anyways. The next objective, I'm thinking, and it's slow and it's painful, I think is the Durin's armor. It's time to upgrade our armor, so we need star metal for that. And we need a heck of a lot of more sunstone to do anything else. Okay, so I think our objective now is to find a source of sunstone and star metal. And what that means is we have to keep moving forward in our travels, basically. So let's head back to the crossroads. You guys are familiar. We did make it to the crossroads. So we're gonna go there. And I just gotta turn around and go this way. We're gonna keep traveling. We're gonna push forward. We're gonna get past the Desolation. See if we can find these materials that we need that are just not available to us right now. Another thing I absolutely have to do, which is very sad, is I've got to go grind. I've got to go farm some salt, which is most likely going to happen in the lower deeps. And because I'm in a hurry and because of the way I play campaigns when I live stream them, I'm going to do all that grinding off stream. So I will go get more salt either tonight or tomorrow, just before Friday's stream. I'll go get some more salt myself. I don't want to spend the precious time we have together doing that. So I'll go get the salt, because that's not something we have to discover. That's not something we need to find. I just need to go work on it. But yeah, let's push through the crossroads here. And to do that, we have to go back to Durin's Highway, if you guys remember. This is what we crafted Durin's axe for, was to break through the sealed entrance to Durin's Highway, which then led us to the crossroads. So get excited. we're gonna move forward. We're gonna break into a new area. We're gonna keep progressing. And once we get into a new proper area, I may restart the checklist. Because, Axe, you may or may not know for sure, I have a strong feeling that there is not a ranger camp in the Desolation. I found the one in the Dorodelf, but I haven't even found a single journal page in the Desolation tunnels and all of our exploring. I haven't found a page, so I'm thinking there's not a ranger camp in the Desolation. So I'm not going to worry about that. We've done everything else on the checklist, though. We built our base camp. We found our Muznikon chest. We took out the orc strongholds. And, like, a bunch of other stuff.
Nothing here.
But I'm thinking there's not a ranger camp in the Desolation. That's just what my heart is telling me. There is not, but you mentioned where the next one is. Okay. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll keep the secret from myself. Because I'm honestly not sure. I think I know where we're going to end up once we get through the crossroads. I think I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to wait and see. And then I can't remember off the top of my head either that once we get there, where, if and where I'm going to build a base camp there. I don't remember what I typically do. Which is so funny to me because I remember everything at the front of campaigns so easily. And maybe because it's a little bit simpler and a little bit more formulaic. But when I start to get to the, like, past the halfway point, I kind of start to forget what comes next. I kind of forget. Ooh, Axebeard, I wonder. I wonder if I know where the next ranger camp is. Ooh. Oh no, we have broken through here. Okay, sorry. I'll stop oohing. I'm not telling you, you enjoy doing it in your own too much. I don't enjoy it, I just insist. It's not necessarily fun, I just insist upon it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, executive decision, I'm gonna bust through this wall of dirt. Because now that we're talking about the ranger camp, I have a question that I need to answer. So let's break through here. No? I can't hit anything? Okay, it's fine. Okay. This is a whole new area. I mean, not a new area. This is a structure. You can't see it because it's the middle of the night, which is really exciting and fun. Really easy to find, but also really easy to miss. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering. I might actually be right on top of it. No? They put it in a different place? I have found a ranger camp in this area before. I have found a ranger camp in this area before, but what is in this area for sure, I just have to remember which side it's on. That was a staircase, so maybe it's on this side. Easy to miss because it's dark and scary. I'm like Zoolander? Me? Is it this one? No, it's not. Okay, it's on the other side. Alright. So you guys can't tell because this is a massive chamber. It's very cool. I guess it's just kind of referred to as the crossroads. But there's some cool stuff in here, and I'm trying to find a very specific feature. And it's not where I thought it was. But here's some rooms. So if you guys remember, this structure is very similar to the entrance to Durin's Highway and a couple of other places that we've ended up stuck because of those darn cursed runes on the doors. Oh my gosh, it's a ranger page. Found in the crossroads. Oh gosh, okay. Is it in here somewhere then? And I can't see it. Yeah. And then Gaming Grandma, just so you know, I kind of want to try to find everything on my own. Axe has been with me from the beginning, and he definitely has a lot of great insight to offer. And I know people like yourself who have also played the game multiple times and are pretty familiar. I would just say hesitate to just drop blatant information in the chat. I kind of want to do stuff on my own, but I'll definitely get to a point where I'll ask for clarification or help. But just so you know kind of what the landscape is. So I do remember finding a ranger camp in this area in general. But don't, like, tell me where it is, you know, right away. I want to try to find it first. Just so that's said out loud. Okay, so I went on that side. Let's go on this side. Yes, you can't turn right. What? Why are you yelling at me? Do I keep passing it? Why are you yelling at me? Why am I being yelled at? I'm looking for something specific that's actually not the ranger camp. I'm not saying a word. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, yep, hi. So, here's the ranger camp. How did you see it in the dark? What are you seeing? Just the structure? I think that's what gets me, is when it's like a little structure instead of just the bedroll sitting out in the middle of everything. My gosh, okay. I knew there was one in here. I said it out loud. Don't act like I wasn't. The wooden struts. Okay. Alright, we're short one page. I've got to find one more, which should be in the area. What's in here? Let's move a little bit forward and keep an eye out for pages and just remember that the camp is behind us. Let's see if we come across a page or two through this passageway. A fallen dwarf. The structure, yeah. When they build a little hut for it, I tend to miss it. Because I see the perimeter. I don't see what's inside of it. Oh gosh, more stairs. Heavens above. Heavens above. I don't see any pages though. I don't want to get too far away from the camp before I find the other page. So it must be, there must be more behind us somewhere. I think that particular one is always in that spot. I've never found it anywhere else. I remember I actually spent some time building in another save file. I spent some time building in that big open structure because it's a beautiful space, absolutely. There's something else I want to find in there too, if I'm not wrong. There's a sign of the Fellowship over there as well, somewhere. Over there as well somewhere. But yeah, I spent some time building in here as well, but the ranger camp was on the main level. It was down here. Or was it on this side? Because I was trying to build around it and it was a pain in my absolute butt. Or an absolute pain in my butt, or however you want to interpret that statement. I think it was on this side. But we know me and my memory is not to be trusted, so. So now I'm a little confused as to where the sign of the Fellowship is. Is it at this entrance? I'm looking for a door. I'm looking for a door that has an opening. Maybe it's not here. Maybe I'm misremembering this as well. Is there a... Yes! Our page. Our last page. Okay, good. I saw that chest and I thought maybe... Maybe... Alright, here we go. Man, 2 ranger camps in one stream? I'm killing it. Oh, Miravore, or whatever it's called. Miravore is a health ale, as you can tell. Isn't there some something wrong with it? The orcs are restless. I need to make some luck. I have found the herbs growing under the mountains that I can repurpose. Doesn't it take something? Doesn't it do something bad? Doesn't it do something bad? An elven cordial distilled with Elbereth's blessing greatly restores health. Okay, there's no downside to it. All right. It's not one of those that's like, hey, this will make you super strong, but it's gonna kill your HP super fast. But yeah, the Dawnbreak is a big deal. We need potatoes, onions, and aloe blooms for that. Okay. File that in the back of my head. All right, good job, everybody. We found another ranger camp. Am I crazy, Axe? Is there not a sign of the Fellowship in here? Do you know what I'm talking about? Is it not this structure? There's a doorway leading into a chamber where there's like a little landmark and there's a sign of the Fellowship next to it. Am I making it up completely? Is it back here? Is it this door? Is it this one? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. This is super fun. Talk about easy to miss. It's this tiny little doorway off of the main entrance. It's there. Go to the dirt plug. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so check this out, you guys. This room will look familiar. Now, I feel like in the films... Is it mixed in the film? No, because they're in this room first. This, you guys, let's go take a look at this well and take a look at this sign of the Fellowship. A hobbit's pipe and leaf pouch. There's a hobbit's pipe and leaf pouch here. This is where the Fellowship must have stopped while Gandalf thought about which passage to take to the Dworodelf, a story Gimli had once shared. Okay, you know what's really fun about this? At the crossroads and with those 3 doorways, I was like, this reminds me of that scene in the movie where Gandalf is trying to figure out which way to go and he says, follow your nose. So the game is doing me a little favor and putting all these things together as well. But this is a hobbit's pipe and leaf pouch, and I feel like this is the well that Pippin might have pushed a skeleton down. Now, in the books it's different. I believe he throws a pebble down the well, and that's what they hear fall into the depths, and that's what triggers the drums in the deep. So yeah, my brain always wants to put the cave troll fight and this scene in the same room in the films. But yeah, I think they do happen separately in the films as well. I think they come into this room, but doesn't Gandalf, isn't he reading Ori's records next to Balin's tomb in the films when Pippin pushes the skeleton in? Okay, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. Pippin's well. Yeah. But in the films, is it the same thing? Because they definitely fight the troll in Balin's tomb. In the room with Balin's tomb. They fight the troll. And that's where Gandalf was reading the records, right? Next to the tomb. He takes the Book of Marzabul with him. Man, okay, we're gonna have to have a marathon of the extended edition Lord of the Rings movies so I can remember. Cause yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, did Pippin drop the skeleton down the well? They heard the drums in the deep and then they take off running. Obviously Gandalf takes the book with him, but I feel like in the movie he just picks up the book and reads it. Then and there. And then they run into the chamber where Balin's tomb is? Which doesn't make sense because and this is purely movie. This is purely movie. I'm not trying to actually get it lore correct. I'm like, what did they do in the movie? Because Gimli runs off. They're chilling. They're walking through Moria, but they're pretty chill. Gimli runs off and finds Balin's tomb and starts crying. Man, I gotta watch the movies. That's all this means. Okay, I'm wasting time. Here we go. So, we found the ranger camp in the crossroads. We also found a sign of the Fellowship, which is a great reference to what was going on there. Okay, let me use my tiny brain. We found some stairs. Here's my question to myself, though. Where is this gonna take me? Because, spoiler alert, you guys, and I'm just gonna share it because it'll be easier that you guys know, instead of me opening up Durin's Highway, because it's not a priority for me right now. So Durin's Highway is a passage, it's a passage of tunnels, and they will take you back to old locations. So remember when we were first looking for the crossroads and it kept saying shortcut to the mines and to the mines? So that's referencing the mines of Moria. Durin's Highway is also a passage that can take you to Westgate. And so in my brain, I'm trying to remember where I need to go to actually move forward, and I think I need to go back to the crossroads and go down the other stairs, rather than take Durin's Highway forward. However, what is this right here? This is the Mithril Forge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the crossroads. But just know, where all of these tabs are, get off of the Mithril Forge. Where all of these tabs are, like here's an entrance, and here's an entrance, here's an entrance, all this stuff. This Durin's Highway is a whole network of tunnels, and it will take you to a bunch of different places, and that's why it's referred to as a highway. And that's why I also said when we first kind of started talking about it last stream, I was like, it'd be really nice to unlock Durin's Highway a little earlier in the game. because you could actually use it to get to places quicker instead of doing the roundabout circuit that we've been doing, but that's how the campaign is structured. So in the end, it makes perfect sense. But it's funny to have Durin's Highway towards the end of the game, so it's basically you can cut straight through the mountain instead of having to go through all of the areas individually. But anyways, I digress. Let's go back to the crossroads, because this is not... Whatever is this way is not what I'm worried about right now. And I honestly think if I continue to follow Durin's Highway that way, I'm just going to end up in Westgate or the Mines of Moria. Must be time for a rewatch, Cursed, yeah. The time skips in the films are glazed over in the films. Frodo stays in the Shire for 15 plus. The film makes it feel like days, weeks. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I get it though. I mean, we had this conversation about, was it Rings of Power? Really moving things around chronologically. But it's just like, how would we spend, in a movie, why would we spend 15 years with Frodo split between the Shire and Crick Hollow? Between Bag End and Crick Hollow. Like, that's not an entertaining movie. I love the context in the book, but that's not an entertaining movie. But I hear what you're saying, yeah. It's not accurate. There was actually a lot of time that passed. Okay, so, let me use my words before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So here's the crossroads. This side is where we came from. Okay? Here's the crossroads. This doorway leads you down Durin's Highway to other locations. This goes to the front of Durin's Highway and then into the Desolation. This is a sealed door down here. We're not going to talk about it because it actually really annoys me. And this is a new passage we have not taken yet. So now we're going to head down the stairs. We're going to read this wizard's mark. And look, it says follow your nose. I'm just right about everything and you all need to admit it. These runes are the markings of the wizard Tharkun. Here's what is written. The left passage smells foul. The center seems a dead end. The right smells fresher. A wizard leads his fellowship. Okay, so this is fun. This is a mark made by Gandalf during the travels of the Fellowship, instead of while he was searching for Thrain. So that's kind of cool. So this is acknowledging the Fellowship. It's like another sign of the Fellowship, basically, in Moria. It's really fun. All they had to do was throw some text on the screen that says 15 years later. I think we would have lost quite a bit of urgency if that had happened. I feel you though. I feel you. We all have our things. We all have our things that are important to us that we got caught up on in the trilogy.
The cruel. I hope you have forgiven us.
Caradhras the Cruel. Okay, so Caradhras is the mountain. That's the name of this mountain that we're under now. And I'm gonna say I hope you've forgiven us. I'm gonna assume he means the waking of the Balrog. Because the Balrog destroyed a bunch of stuff? I don't know. I think that's what he might be referencing. Otherwise, I have no idea what he means. The Red Horn Lode, everybody. Welcome to the Red Horn Lode. This is a new location, obviously. And what's this? Wouldn't happen to be star metal ore, would it? Oh my gosh. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll let him sing a song, and I'm gonna regret it, because we're in a new area with new orcs.
My trail, a terrible day'd have he. If a troll should trundle up my trail, a terrible day'd have he. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if he would not flee, I'd arrange his teeth in a festive wreath to roll for dinner for me.
Ha ha ha! Yes!
This is a series of songs, and it's really great if we get through the whole series. I'm not gonna lie. For as much as I hate on the singing and stuff, I do actually love the songs themselves. A lot of them are direct translations or references to source material songs, but some of them are also just really fun and creative. And so the Troll for Dinner for me is part of a series where he sings about different creatures coming across his path, and the culmination of the series is quite funny. So I'll give credit where credit is due. I don't love that singing puts me in danger or takes up all of my time, but the songs themselves can be really great. Alright, we've got falling rocks again, so remember what I said about these. So when you have some dirt falling on your head, that's your cue to get out of that immediate area so that you don't get a bunch of rocks falling on you. Okay, so we've got some star metal, you guys. Oh gosh, a drake as well? That's okay, because guess what? We need scales. And I hope you guys see that I'm consistent
Perfect.
when I avoid combat, which I do most times. I avoid combat whenever I really don't feel like I need to achieve a win. But when I do need something like loot or to clear out an area for a specific reason, I go for it. Okay, so this is me being consistent. I just want to point that out because otherwise I would just run past this guy, you know? Because why would I bother? But I need loot. I need scales. So I will fight when I need to fight, and then I just avoid fights I don't feel are that important. And that's just me trying to justify myself some more. Okay. At the end of the movie, they insinuate that Frodo and Bilbo take the elven boats together at the same time? Yes. Yes, they do insinuate, yes. Singing isn't bad. The songs aren't bad. The songs aren't bad. Okay, the Red Horn Load, everybody. Welcome. Sorry I got distracted by the star medal. And also I'm going to check out what this is because this may be Sunstone. Yes, it is. All right, we're going to mine this as well. So, like I said, this was the next step. We need to make Durin's armor. So, what's important to me right now is to find the necessary materials. And here they are. So we just needed to move a little bit past the desolation to get to a point where we can actually mine for these materials. And like I said, I'm going to go grab more salt from the lower deeps off stream. So I'll be getting that material for our fine leather, because we also need a bunch of fine leather. But we need star metal ingots, and we need sunstone. So that's what we're focusing on right now. But hey, welcome to the Red Horn Load. Let's see what else it has to offer. And there's some gold over here, so that's fun, but, ooh. Except for Durin's lamps, which are useful right now. I don't need gold. Gold makes Khazad steel. I'm trying to think if I need gold. Okay, so we're in a little in-between space right now, so let's look at our map real quick. I'm gonna get hit by rocks, it's gonna be fine. Do you guys see? Here on the map, we have a little tab over here to the left, so that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow the map. It's gonna tell me where my entrance/exit, my passage is from this area. So we came in on the other side of these poison mushrooms. But the game is telling me, oh, to finish the job and just go through here. So let's just take this adamant with us. Was there confusion about Bilbo and Frodo? I don't distinctly remember in the books if Bilbo and Frodo go to the Grey Havens and then to the Undying Lands together. Or not. But the whole thing with Bilbo, this isn't an exit. I misread the map, didn't I? I don't know my left from right, that's our problem. But Kirst, if you're thinking about the passage of time, in terms of how much older Bilbo was, what you have to remember is that Bilbo was young artificially because of the ring. And as soon as he gave up the ring, he started to age at an accelerated rate. Ooh, poison mushrooms. They're so pretty and they're so dangerous. Guys, I cannot wait. The Durin's Folk campaign expansion, the devs have told us that we will be able to get rid of poison mushrooms. Right now, there's nothing I can do. I can't break them. I can't cut them down. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't take them out. And I'm so excited for the update because we will be able to. And it's going to be extremely helpful. All right. Here's some iron, which I can definitely use, but is not on the top of my list. Again, I'm focusing on materials and coming into this new area, the Red Horn Load under Caradhras. I am looking for that more of that star metal and more of that sunstone. We need quite a bit. Oh, hello. Do you guys remember steam vents? We haven't seen these since the Mines of Moria. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this one because I have the rocks to do it. Oh, and rocks just fell on my head. Oh, this is precious gems. What a trick. It looks like sunstone. What is it dropping anyways? Let's see what it is. Sapphires? Oh, okay, I'm gonna need that. I thought it was sunstone. Yeah, I remember that about the aging. I feel like the books say Frodo goes after Bilbo rather than at the same time. But it's been a long time since I read the books. I don't distinctly remember myself what the books said. I do feel like... I don't remember. Does that scene even happen in the books? Like the scene at the Havens? I don't even know if that happens in the books. I feel like they just kind of tell you. Like, the scene with Frodo and Sam happens in the Shire, where Frodo's like, it's never really healed. I'm not really, you know, fit to be in this world anymore, in Middle-earth as it is. So I remember, like, the reasons and implications and stuff happening that he ends up going to the Undying Lands. But I don't remember if the scene at the Havens actually happens, where they all say goodbye and stuff. I don't remember. In the books, that is. In the books. Alright, what's going on over here? Oh, this room. I really don't like this room. Ooh, sunstone, please? Yes. We desperately need sunstone. I need it to make Nogrod steel. Actually, no, we made the Nogrod steel. Hold on. So I don't need it for Nogrod steel. I need it for the armor. That's what I need it for. Keeping track, keeping track. I just had to use the sunstone I had to craft the sword. That's what it was. That's what it was. Alright, look at this fun addition to the Red Horn Lode. There's a bunch of tiny skulls. Which is more disturbing than it should be because they're so small.
Destroy.
They're obviously not orcs or dwarves. They're so tiny. That is, my skull in my character is like 3 times the size of this thing on the ground. Oh, we have new orcs. The game is introducing us to new orcs. The tribe of Gash. Now Shadow. These shadow orcs were once deeply under the thrall of the Balrog, but they seem to not miss its fire and smoke. I wouldn't miss it either. Okay, so see these guys down here at the outpost? They have a bunch of shadow at their feet. So much like the orcs in, ooh, was it the Lower Deeps where they had poison on their weapons and stuff? So you could take poison damage from fighting those orcs. Here you're going to take shadow damage in the Red Horn Lode. And this room is such an issue. And I have no idea what to expect from it because this is a seed I've never played before. So this is basically a massive rock chamber and there are entrances and exits off of it galore and you kind of just have to find. Fortunately, my map is telling me where to go, but it could be on one of several levels of this room, the next steps. So let me backtrack just a little. I want to double check what ore is right in here before we get too far ahead. I think, is this sunstone? Oh, I'm in shadow. No, that's star metal, so I need to get up there. There could be an outpost behind this door, so just beware. I could eat some lumbus real quick. Okay, more poison mushrooms. That I can handle. This is star metal, so let's get this. Ooh, okay, we have half an hour left. Nice. So we may be able to craft our armor and hopefully kind of get to a checkpoint to what needs to happen next. Because yeah, right now it's just, we're still going to have to go back and make the armor at Durin's Forge. We're going to have to backtrack a little bit. You'll notice that I haven't mentioned at all about building a base in this area in the Red Horn Lode at all yet, because I probably am not going to. And I'm trying to remember distinctly how far everything goes. I honestly might not be building another base camp. I'm trying to remember how many areas we're going to pass through and what needs to happen in them, as to whether I need to camp a little bit closer. There definitely will be a benefit to having... Did I just get shot by a drake? Yes, I did! Oh my gosh! I was like, what is this frost thing happening? Dude, I'm trying to mine some stuff here. Go away. I just got shot by a drake. My armor is fried. I have no armor. So I'm just gonna take HP damage. But he's on the other side of a bunch of shadow. Are you kidding me? Okay, here's what's gonna happen. If I can do it. Hopefully he won't come over here. Can I build? I can't build on ore. That's so rude. It's like, that's not a floor. You can't build there. What do you mean? This is a floor. Build here. Why won't it let me build? I need to not fight this drake until I'm able to recover my armor. Hello? Okay, it could do it. It was the lighting. The lighting made it look red. I made it look red. I felt like I was being rejected. Oh, and I'm out of metal fragments. Classic. Okay, well, we'll have to work with what we've got. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go take on this Drake real quick, because he needs to not be shooting at me while I'm trying to mine this material I desperately need. Come on, dude. Come out of the shadow. I'll fight you. Come over here. Ugh.
Perfect.
And I kind of feel like, I mean, the other Drake didn't go out necessarily fast, but I'm using a fire sword against an ice enemy, so I'm wondering if he's not really taking any significant damage. Typically, you would get a little boost if you had opposing elements going on in your combat. In video games in general, not necessarily in Return to Moria. Not necessarily Return to Moria, just in general. I reckon you're right. The tail whip only goes the one way. It seems to. Kathleen, hello! Surprise! Surprise bonus stream. Welcome in. You've missed everything. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We are in a new location, if you're just joining. We are in the Redhorn Lode, which is under the mountain Caradris, which I love saying. It's such a cool name. Which, if you remember from the films, was the peak that the Fellowship was trying to cross when they first attempted to get into Moria.
If a dragon swept through Khazad-dûm, a terrible day'd have she.
Pause story for
If
song.
a dragon swept through Khazad-dûm, a terrible day'd have she. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if she would not flee, well, stew for dinner for me.
We got to the end so quickly.
Now dig.
No dig! He sounds just like, oh shoot, what's his real name? Oh my gosh, I can't think of his real name. The guy that does the voice of Stoic the Vast. The actor. The Scottish actor. Why can I not think of his name right now? Gerard Butler. My goodness, he sounds just like him when he says dig! Anyways, random comment. So yeah, pause story for song. That's the culmination of the series. There's usually more. He sings about a wolf, a warg, or something. He sings about a spider. But yeah, when he gets to the dragon, it's really funny because every animal or creature up until that point, he's like, spider for dinner for me, or warg for dinner for me. When it comes to the dragon, he's like, stew for dinner for me. And it's really funny. Hi, Kathleen! Alright, more sunstone here. So once we get this collected, I'm going to take a look at my inventory and see how much we've got of star metal and sunstone, because these are the two things we really need. But we have not graduated from the Desolation. We need to go back to Durin's Forge to craft Durin's armor. And then I need to take stock of my life for a second after we do that, to decide what else we need to accomplish before we properly pursue next steps. So we did break into the Redhorn Lode underneath the Caradris Mountain because that's what we needed to do to get access to new materials that we need. Good stuff. Kathleen, what's good? What's good? Surprise. And a good thing too, because honestly, I did not think that everything that was going to happen with the Nogrod Forge was actually going to take this long, so it was smart of me to throw an extra few hours in here if I could get them. Alright, and I don't have any metal fragments either, so let's take a look. I'm gonna get hit by things. We have 45 star metal, ore, that is. We have 29 sunstone. I would love to get to a place where I am safe from falling rock to take a look at these recipes. But I don't actually know off the top of my head how much of the ore, like how much translates into an ingot. But I feel like we've hit several deposits of the ore that we need, so I'm gonna backtrack and I'm gonna see what we can make of it. Maybe we'll have just enough. Maybe. Oh, a shadow cloud that I can't see. It's never fair. It's never fair. Practicum will be for my school. Oh, so I got help from my supervisor on getting my ducks in a row for my practicum. A practicum being like an internship, but more adults. Nice. It's a good definition, but more adults. Okay. Is it a paying practicum? Like a paid internship, but more adults? I would like you to get paid for it. Let them know that. Do I need the Dwaro base? Yes, because I need the Kuzdul forge. And the Ufhan furnace. Yes. The tail whip only goes the one way. So it seems. So it seems. But he turns around. He turns on a little axis real easy. So I feel like even trying to stay to the left of him isn't... He moves fast enough that it doesn't help me that much. Alas. Alas. Congratulations, Kathleen. And good work. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. I need to make star metal ingots, and I need to make... Wait, it was Durinol, wasn't it? And Sunstone is just what it is on its own. Okay, okay, okay. I'm remembering now. Alright, so there's our Durinol. We're gonna make those. I'm gonna repair myself. I'm gonna put my Khazad Maul away because... Do I have anywhere in my weapons racks? Not really. We've upgraded to a flaming sword of Nogrod, which sounds super cool. I honestly don't feel like emptying my pockets that much. I kind of want to hold on to a lot of this stuff because now I'm getting more insecure. Found in the crossroads. We found that one, so I can put that away. Crossroads. I'm gonna need another, like, armor chest situation here in a second. My abacs are in here as well. That's too bad. Where else can I put a chest where it won't be stupid? Maybe I can put it right here. Why can't I build an elven oh, steel ingots. I was about to say, I have a bunch of elven wood. Put it on the corner here. It can be paid or unpaid, depends on the place they decide to do. Oh, okay. So you don't know where it is yet? Where you'll be working specifically? What did I need this for? An abac? A single abac. A chest for a single abac. Where are my poison mushrooms? We only have 3 scales. We fought 3 drakes, didn't we? 1 scale per drake? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But we have 7 all told. I wonder if... I took the ones from the Desolation base, right? I was trying to be thorough. I feel like I took everything I needed from that base to have it all here. The scales are rough. Yeah, it's true. You thought Gundabad slag was hard to get a hold of. Scales, man. We do have another fell beast. Maybe that's what I should do while my ingots are cooking. We do have a fell beast wandering at the front of the Desolation. I could always go take him out. Okay, we've got 3 star metal ingots. How many do I have on the 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 is not going to be enough. My heart is already telling me 6 is not going to be enough. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dang it. Oh, I'm gonna need 11. Okay, we have to go get more star metal. Dang it. Oh, dang it. Okay. I also need fine cloth. Can I make that? I can make Numenorian cloth really easily. We have over 300 cloth scraps. I can make Numenorian cloth out of those. You did. I left a fell beast out there. Ugh, we have to go get more star metal. I guess to be fair, it wasn't a lot per deposit. There weren't actually, it wasn't a lot of ore. Even though we came across a couple of deposits of star metal, it wasn't that much. Okay, how much fine cloth do I have now? Oh, only 5? Goodness. Okay, so how many ore does it take? I need 6? I need 6 ore to make a single ingot. That's absurd. That's just absurd, in my opinion. 6 star metal per ingot. I have 1, 2, 5, 6, so I have 7. And I needed, what did I say? 12, 13? Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 12. I have 7. So I need 5 more. What's 6 times 5? Someone do it quick. Someone do it quick. 30. I need 30 ore. Goodness. Okay, well at least we know. At least we know where we stand. Okay. And if we come across any more sunstone, we can just look for that anyway. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, if I only need 12 sunstone, I think I have, what, 29 in my pocket? Yeah, I have 29. Okay, so we're good on sunstone, so it's just the star metal. Thank you, Cursed. Sunstone, check. Fine leather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 fine leather. And fine cloth, I just need 3 because I only need it for the pants. So we're good because I have 5 of those. So how much leather do I have? I have 8? Oh, just enough. Okay, so we're good on everything but star metal. Okay, that's gonna let me go for it. Okay. Oh, here we go. I wish food didn't take so long to cook. I also wish, you know what, I should just carry a mapstone because I keep needing to go back to places. Absurd, Cursed, it's absurd. 6 ore per ingot. Just catching up to live. Shadow orcs can sometimes drop scales too. Ooh. Say less. I'm getting really distracted. Okay, here we go. We gotta go get more. What time is it? We got 15 minutes. Let's go get all the star metal we possibly can. The desolation is really... Oh gosh, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? It's really far. Oh, but I can go to the crossroads. Wait. Durin's Highway. Okay, we're not that far. We have the crossroads mapstone. You may find them in Shadow Orc chests. Oh, okay. I don't know that we've missed too many chests at this point. You mean out of outposts, right? I think I've gotten everything. Actually, there's an outpost in the Dworodelf, but you said Shadow Orcs, so that's a different thing. Never mind. I need a torch, please. I had to give up my torch to carry my Durin's axe, which honestly I don't need right now. No, don't show it to me. Make it and equip it. There we go. Okay. Back down. Time to go hunting. Yeah, for real. Back to the Red Horn for some star metal. come across a fair bit. Just a bit more. I just need 30 more. Easy, right? That's like nothing. That's like nothing. Alright, what's this? This was iron, right? Yeah, so this is iron. That's not gonna help me. What is this? That's gold. Actually doesn't help me. We already took what we wanted out of this one. Is there any ore down here? Oh, is this where we went? Oh, okay, that's fine. It's so much whacking for so little ore when it comes to star metal. It's true. They're tiny little deposits. No, don't eat another. Oh, I didn't want to eat that yet. So yeah, truth be told, this is why I prioritized making the new weapon, the no-grad weapon. Obviously, it was the next thing on the list. It was the thing we could kind of do next. We had the materials. It was just a matter of crafting what we needed to craft to get it done. So it was kind of, it made sense in terms of the next step, but I knew we were going to end up coming into a new area with new enemies. Like the shadow orcs that Axe is mentioning. This is a dead end. My goodness. I swear I can follow a map. So yeah, I wanted that new weapon first. For sure. Knew we were gonna come across some tough guys. So Axe, basically you're saying I could take these guys out down here and they might have scales in their chest. Is what you're telling me. And we already mined this out. Okay, it's time to get down here. It's time to go into this chamber that I really don't want to go into because, speaking of getting lost and confused.
I need a better weapon for this!
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? This is the new weapon for this. What do you mean? What do you mean?
That's one more for me!
Look at how big the wargs are in here. I don't know if you guys have been paying enough attention to notice how massive they are. They're literally bigger than me now. These are some serious wargs. Okay, there were some guys up on the cliff. You guys stay right there, okay? This is not your fight. You just stay there and look scary. It's fine. Alright. Scales? No, alas. It's all good, though. Alright, where else can I get to from here? We gotta keep exploring this area. So there is a... Like, it says I'm right next to an entrance. Is it literally right here? Do I have... Oh, I shouldn't have put that there. That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Is this the door? No, this is a dead end. That's so rude. Look at the map. So I need to go down a level still. Dang it. That's why I don't like this room. It's so confusing. And I definitely don't have any natural fiber to build a ladder. And then also be aware in this room, there is falling rock happening. And if it falls on your head while you're looking over a cliff, guess who's going to end up going over the cliff and falling really far and probably dying from it? Yep. You! Absolutely right. This isn't... Oh my gosh. You guys can't just materialize. That's just rude. That's just rude. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Yeah. You fall off the cliff. You fall off the cliff, not me. Interesting, Axe. I thought it just meant better. Oh, there's some sunstone back there. I just meant better weapon. But literally, this is the better weapon for this because it's the flame sword of Nogrod. Like, I don't have a choice what the rune is. So it's rude of the game to tell me I'm not using the right weapon when it's the one that was forced on me. Generally, it means you need a stronger weapon, generally. No, I think we've got enough shadow orcs. We're drawing attention to ourselves, so I'm just gonna not sing. Sunstone is not the thing I desperately need, but it's right here, so we might as well. Okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I need to reach this doorway, which I think, again, I think is down. Is there a way down? Okay, there's a platform down here that I could try very hard to land on. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. What happens if I go over here? Oh, don't fall, please. Don't fall, please. Poison mushrooms, beware. Is there any star metal over here? No? No? Is there any way to get down? Oh, here we go. This is better. This is the closest thing I've found so far. Let's go for it. Oh, 45 damage. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, now we can walk down here. Oh, look at all that shadow. Okay, so see that rock wall? That's where I need to go. And I'm just gonna end up standing in shadow while I do it. It's fine. It's fine. That was close. Alright, check it out. Star metal, you guys. Let's get it. I need 30. I need 30. Question, how are you going to get back up? Well, let me tell you, Cursed. What I like to do in situations like this is always carry a map stone. So that I can conveniently fast travel back to a safe location. And then also be able to return myself to this location if I need to continue in this direction. So, I highly recommend everybody play the game like I do, and always carry a map stone, just for that reason. The end. Ooh, this is a lot! This is a lot of star metal, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Come on, dude, let's go. This is Durin's axe. Handle this. Handle this. That's funny, isn't it, axe? Isn't it? I'm just so full of jokes. I'm so full of jokes. I was distracted by work. I didn't see you leave your yeah, no, I grabbed the map stone. Because I had forgotten, honestly, that I'd put a map stone at the crossroads, so I was thinking the Desolation base was the closest I had to basically get back here. So then, kind of out of the frustration of that, I grabbed one. So unless something stupid has happened, and my pack is gonna pretend like I don't have the means to make a map stone, I did bring one with me. So yeah, hum-de-dee-da-deo, shush. Just shush, dude. Okay, there's sunstone over there, but I'm not worried about that. Let's check my inventory really quick. 27, guys. I only need 30 star metal. I might grab a few extra if I can. We need to find just one more deposit. Oh, and we can go back. And here she is. Oh, thank the heavens. Thank the heavens. Thank the heavens. This is it. This is all we need. And then we can craft our armor. And then we can really get serious. And I have 5 minutes of stream left. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, so close. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Don't think there was anything else back in the Desolation that really needed to happen. Weapons and armor. Weapons and armor. And then, yeah, and then, like, time to make a mithril weapon, right? So we gotta figure that out. We were looking for, if you guys remember, Arik was telling us at the crossroads, he said to find the mithril forge as well. So it's not in our objectives stated clearly like that, but that is something that we were directed to do by Arik, the Raven of Erebor. So maybe once we're all geared up properly, maybe that's what we look for next, because we need to make a mithril weapon. And I imagine we have to do something like that at the mithril forge. Call me crazy. Alright, 39. Where do I want to put a map stone? Let me find a good place to put it. So this is where we're supposed to go next. Hopefully I can mine through this, is what my map... I feel like my map is telling me. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, rocks on my head. Oh, more rocks on my head. Great. It's fine. I'm fine. I wear a helmet for safety. Yeah. Shush! Alright, I can't get through. Okay, we gotta figure out this exit then. It's not on this side. I guess it's around here. Get out of the shadow! Get up! Get up above! Up above the shadow. Okay, here we go. Here's a doorway. This is the next place we have to go. Oh! My head. Oh, look at where we are, you guys. Who know? Surprise, surprise. I won't have to build a map stone. Hashtag no spoilers. Oh, this is a rafter. Why are we climbing the rafters? And why are we breaking the rafters? Alright, we popped through. We followed the map to the next location that we needed to go to, the next exit around our area. And we unlocked some stairs here. Oh gosh. The mithril load? Well, hello. Giant dog.
I heard something.
There he goes. Okay, so if you guys remember when we were looking at runes, how are you levitating? How dare you be magic on top of just being dangerous?
I need a better weapon for this.
So anyway, when we were originally looking at the flame rune to apply it to other weapons, it did say that if you were able to use your charge attack, it would actually set fire to your enemies. And that's how that works. So he's gonna take some fire damage. It's just a matter of, do you have the time between dodging, like trying to survive, to actually charge up your weapon properly to do that. And then your enemy will just continue to burn. And that'll help you take them out. So don't forget your charge attack when you have an elemental weapon like this. It also works that way with the ice or freeze rune. Their armor is actually really cool. Do you see how pretty the like the chainmail is on their stomachs? It's actually very pretty. There you go. There you go. Oh, I'm in bad shape, you guys. I'm about to die? No, thank you. Lembus, please. Oh my gosh. By the hair of my chinny chin chin. Fortunately, I have a long beard. So I was able to survive that. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, so before we were so rudely attacked, we came upon a ruined mapstone. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So I don't have to build one from scratch. There's actually one here waiting for us, which is brilliant, and battle music is back, and I don't appreciate it. Because your girl needs to recover. What do you mean I can't build a camp hearth? I don't have any coal. I hate this game. Stop trying to repair things that you need to break. Might as well grab this while we're here. If there's some scales in here, that'd be nice. Oh, bummer. Not in this shadow orc chest. Okay, let me take a look real quick. We have a Durin's Monument broken statue, one of the big boys here. I am able to rebuild him. There he is. Let's do the thing. I'm gonna get as high up, hello Durin, as I can. Doesn't he look cool? I can't sing from up here. I hate this game. It forces me to be vulnerable on the ground. It won't even do me the courtesy of letting me sing on top of the pedestal. Alright, I'm gonna die, and it's all during the sixth fall.
The world is grey, the mountains old, the forge's fire is ashen cold. No harp is rung, no hammer falls, the darkness dwells in Durin's halls. The shadow upon his tomb in Moria, in Khazad-dûm. But still the sunken stars appear in dark and windless Mirror. There lies his crown in water deep till Durin wakes again from sleep.
Yeah.
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
Oh, what's going on back here? Some doors are opening. I appreciate that he whisper sang that entire time. A monument to Durin, the 7th, actually. Okay, this I need to take a look at. Except there's shadow orcs coming, so I'm not looking at it. Okay, we're gonna go through these doors, you guys.
Monsters in the air!
Once I take care of these bats. Please die, because you're just gonna fall. Look, the orcs are coming. I don't want to deal with them.
Dwarves! Filthy dwarves!
Can you not? Will you fight the bats instead? He's trying to fight me through the wall. Oh, I gotta fight these MFers. Ugh. Go away! Don't have any armor left. I don't want to fight you right now. This stupid bat out of here. It's a survival game. Enough. Let me survive. You hear the furious button smashing that happens when bats are around. I just button mash until I until I get it. Okay. Goodness. This is an important moment and they are not letting me take it in. Okay. We're gonna eat some lembas. I don't have that much, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go into the door
King
open.
Nain's grave. He kept the Khazad stone with him until the end.
Okay, so he just said King Nain's grave, and if you guys remember, that has been on our to-do list, and our objectives for the game was to find Nain's resting place. So here we are. We found it inside the Great Mithril Forge.
The mythic Mithril Forge. By Owly, it is real.
Anything else to say? Okay, and then I need to make a torch if I don't have one in my pockets. I don't. Let's make a torch. I can't see anything. It's kind of important. Okay. Here is King Nain's grave, and you can see how rough it is. This was Nain making his final stand against the Balrog, okay? And then he obviously didn't survive, and they buried him here in the Mithril Forge, kind of haphazard as they had to. So there's a book here.
Is this why Durin the Last hasn't appeared? Because the Khazad stone was no longer passed down the line of Durin. It was a terrible mistake, bringing the Khazad stone here. Now to find it and return it to the line of Durin.
Okay. He reads books so fast. You have anything to say about this? No? No? What about this book? Okay, so the big crazy mystery right now is, guys, the Khazad stone is just sitting here on Nain's grave. This is it right here.
The Khazad stone! Of course! It is Mithril! The Khazad stone. It'll be back in the care of Durin's folk. Now, Durin will return!
Okay. So, we'll talk about that as we walk around this forge. I have a map stone, so here's what's gonna happen. It's the 2-hour mark. Votes in the chat, should I relight the forge before we end stream, or should I call it here? And that's where we start later, because technically I'm out of time, and just because I can't build a camp hearth, which means I can't build a smithy out here in the wild, so I'm gonna go back to base to repair. Since I have a map stone right here, I can come right back here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I hate to do and go ahead and choose to go back first. Oh, I went to the Deep's base instead of the Desolation. Oh no. This doesn't help me at all. Wrong mapstone. Okay, here we go. It will be a Horde Forge. I'd do it next stream. That's a good call out. That's a good call out. So while we come here and kind of recover ourselves, yes, Mako, the cat, I know you want to go downstairs. While we are here recovering ourselves, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to do this because, once again, for no reason, just because it matters to me, I shouldn't do this here. I should do this at the Dwaro Delph base. This whole thing about the Khazad Stone. Let's read the thingy-do. Okay, the book that we were reading. Okay, book 1. It seems that the young king began a new record here at his last stand. So this is King Nain, son of Durin VI, who was killed by the Balrog. We have taken the Great Forge of Mithril as our stronghold, preparing for our last stand. In the quiet before we face the shadow, I am drawn to the Khazad Stone. My father kept it secret, closer to him than his ring. Reference to a ring of power. We never spoke of it, this relic of the First Age. My Nan told stories of awaiting her son, my sire, holding this very stone, hoping he would be in the likeness of Durin. Okay, so this is why I wanted to read this before I delved into my complaints about the line of Durin and the Khazad Stone story mechanic, because I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense based on the Dwarven lore and how the line of Durin kind of works, and how the concept of the Durin the Deathless and Durin returns and all of that stuff actually kind of works. So here so Nain is saying, my grandmother was holding the stone when she was waiting to give birth to Durin VI. He says she was hoping he would be in the likeness of Durin. So here's the thing. Here's how I understand it. Any child born in the line of Durin named Durin. So the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and now 7th, and that's a whole thing that I have to explore later. They're all just named that, and then they're considered the reincarnation, the return of Durin the Deathless, Durin the First. So it's more just like a decision where they're like, we've decided to name this baby Durin, and that means that he is like the reincarnation, right? So there's nothing actually mythical about it. It's just them deciding to use the name, and therefore the child earning that mantle. Now, this game, again, invented the Khazad Stone. The Khazad Stone is not canon. And for some reason, they are trying to make the Khazad Stone an integral part of how Durin the Deathless actually manages to return. So the story that they're putting in behind this, which I'm grateful that they're actually kind of trying to make it part of the story here, instead of just saying, hey, this is what it is, and you just have to accept it. She's gonna hold the Khazad Stone and hope her baby looks like Durin? They made a lot of images of Durin. What if he doesn't look like Durin? He just doesn't get to be Durin the Sixth? You just don't get to have that name because you don't have a certain physical feature? Like, I don't understand it. Anyways, I might be taking the mythological element out of it. But let's take a look at part 2. Have I doomed our people? So again, king name. So he just made a reference to his grandmother giving birth to his father, holding the stone, saying, I hope he looks like Durin the First, so that way he can equal Durin reincarnated. And for some reason, if she doesn't have the stone, there's no chance of it. Okay. So this is him now coming back to, hey, our last stand against the Balrog. Have I doomed our people? Will Durin return? With me, I kept the Khazad Stone in hopes it would benefit our last stand. Now, only too late, I realize its power lies not in strength, but in our future. It is a birth stone. Why was this kept secret even from me? Held by Durin's line, when calamity strikes, Durin is reborn. In my heart, I know we shall not survive, and the secret will die with us. Have I doomed all Khazad? Okay, so he's elaborating on this. It's a birth stone. When calamity strikes, Durin is reborn. Because some woman in labor is holding the stone and her baby is going to look like Durin the First. It's too much for me. Anyways, let's look at the Khazad Stone thing, because this is the 3rd book. What does this say? King Nain's continued narrative. Our final forces were decimated. The creature of shadow burned all in its path until the king fell. Then it left. Only 2 of us survived. We have built a grave for my father in haste as we evacuate the last of our people from the mountains. I leave this account of him as a final eulogy. I take with me the ring that is an heirloom of our house. I know not why this ornate Khazad stone was so dear to him, so I bury it with him. So this is Thrain the First, is what it's labeled. And I'm trying to go through my Rolodex of information about the line of Thrain. Okay, so Thrain is saying my father is Nain, who is the son of Durin the Sixth. So this is the grandson of Durin the Sixth. Good lord. So he's burying the stone with his dad because he doesn't understand the significance of it. It's Thrain the First, and it's not important for me right now to figure out where he falls in the lineage. Because this is, I mean, this is like, what, Second Age? Or Third Age. They didn't put the information in this notation, but anyways. So yeah, so that being said, they did do the thing, and I appreciate that they tried to make it part of the story that the Khazad stone has to be in the possession of the line of Durin or the family of Durin when offspring are being born. They're also trying to say that Durin is only ever reincarnated when the dwarves are in need, so it's very messianic. And it's like, okay, so it's just a lot. It's a lot to accept. And because it's fabricated, it's harder for me to accept. But I mean, the entire story is fabricated just by somebody else. But anyway, I find it a little strange, but I'll accept it because they're actually trying to make it a thing. And there's magic in this world, and there is mythos and mythology in this. I mean, the whole thing is supposed to basically be an English mythology that never really existed for England. That's what Tolkien wanted it to be. So the way Greeks have mythology and Romans, you know, adopted Greek mythology to be their own and their own version. You have Norse mythology, you've got Egyptian mythology, you've got like everything. England didn't really have a mythos. And even the legends of Arthur actually originated from Ireland, I believe. So even if you wanted to claim that, you know, King Arthur of Camelot was English mythology, it kind of wasn't. It was kind of taken to be later on. But anyway, I'll forgive it, but it's just a little wonky to me. It's like, okay, so you just have to have the stone in your hand when you're birthing your baby, and then hopefully it'll look like Durin, and then that means that Durin is but it's basically like any kid can be named Durin, and he's technically the reincarnation. So the whole significance of Durin the Deathless for me is a little bit makes it a little bit less interesting or believable to do it this way. But yeah, it's all good. It's just an opinion. It's just me being opinionated about the story, so it's fine. At least they tried to, like I said, at least they built a story around it. They didn't just say the Khazad stone needs to belong to the line of Durin, so the Durin comes back. He's actually saying, oh, it's a birthstone, and my Nan told me that she was hanging on to it when she had my dad, and, you know, talking about it, trying to put a little context around it. So at least there's that. At least there's that. Okay, so we're making our star metal ingots. I'm gonna follow Cursed advice, and she says, you know what, let's leave the Mithril Forge for next time. I think that's great advice. I think what I'm gonna do to finish out this stream, which I'm about 15 minutes over, is I'm gonna get these ingots, and I'm gonna go make this armor. And then we are fully equipped with our Nogrod Flame Sword, which sounds really cheesy. That's not what it's called. We're equipped with our new weapon, we'll be equipped with our new armor, and then we can move forward at the Mithril Forge, see what the Mithril Forge has for us, and what we need to do to get around that. And then honestly, having made it to the Mithril Forge at this point, it is possible, if things go well, and if my brain continues to function, we may actually be able to get to the Dimmerl Gate before the Durin's Folk DLC drops. I might actually be able to do it in a few more streams. So yeah, we are fairly close to the end of the game, but as you guys can tell, there's a lot of parts and pieces, a lot of steps, and right now we're kind of scrambling to get all of the materials that we need to make these things happen. So I think I can do it in 4 more streams. I also, like I said at the beginning of stream, I do want to feature building a little bit more. This stuff I've just kind of done and then shown you after the fact. I do want to take some time. I'm actually trying to think of a location in the game where we've been that I think it might be cool. Maybe different from what I've done before, but it might be cool to try and clean it up and build a structure and decorate it. Just one stream. Just take it as it comes. Just suck up my concern about it being boring and there being dead air. Just for the sake of building something with you guys so you can kind of see how it works, see what some of those options are, and take it from there. So I'm definitely considering like a good location to do that. So we can do a little bit of building together. Just here at the end of campaign, so since this is a playthrough, to give you guys actually a full kind of exposure to the game and what you can do with it. Which at the moment, I will not have given you. So we need to get to the Dimmel Gate. We need to kill the dragon. We need to make a mithril weapon, kill the dragon, repair the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which we have the black diamonds for, and we have the adamant for, but we do not have the tool for. Also, let's take a quick look, because I unlocked something when I found star metal for the first time. Is it at the Forge of Durin, under tools? The star metal hammer, you guys. It's our next hammer upgrade. We've been rocking and rolling with the one that we've had for quite some time. What is this one, anyway? This is Shanor? This is the Shanor hammer. We've been rocking the Shanor hammer since the lower deeps. So it is time to upgrade our hammer, which will definitely be necessary. Hammer upgrades are always actually necessary. You can't really skip them. So we will make ourselves a star metal hammer when we get back as well. We've got to do that. Actually, might as well do that now. I don't think I have... Ooh, I don't have enough for it, though, do I? I got just enough star metal to make the armor. And this is going to take 4 ingots. So I could make this tonight at the forge with everything else if I had enough star metal. I don't think I'm going to. And we're not going to go back for more right now. So... So we're just gonna wait, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, so I have I have 12 ingots in my pockets. I'm waiting on just one more. I just needed 12, so we'll see. Yeah, a small cute build would be a fun way to see how the build mechanic works. Yeah, I'm thinking something simple. Something simple, but I'm also gonna like kind of show everything. I feel like I'm gonna show everything in the build menu right now, as much as I can. So even whether I use it in the build or not, I think it would be the right thing to do. To at least show everybody what the options are. And there's something specific. Okay, hold on. Fine leather, fine cloth, ironwood, sunstone, ingots. I need a true quartz for something too, didn't I? Where'd all my true quartz go? Where did all my true... I thought I had a bunch of true quartz in my pockets. Oh well. Alright, let me double check myself. Yeah, we'll do something simple, but I do want to showcase a lot of the pieces. As much as I can. Okay. I don't need true quartz for this. I wonder what I needed that for. Sunstone Durinal ingots. Star metal ingot. Do I have my Durinal? Yeah. Okay, let's head back to Durin's Forge. Excuse me. Which... is wonderfully close to our base camp. Just wonderfully close. And yes, I know I just ran out of food in my belly, so here we go. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a cute place to do that. Honestly, being here in the desolation, it's real messy. It's like really I really want to clean it up. So I think it would make I just ate a lembas. What do you mean I'm starving? Stop it. Stop lying to me. So yeah, I kind of want to clean it up and then maybe build something here in the desolation, but we'll see. We'll find a good spot. Inglet. Yeah, cute, right? It's like half an ingot. A baby inglet. Alright, Durin's Forge, Durin's Forge, Durin's Forge. We're almost there. Oh, and Cursed, by the way, I was thinking more about how to handle the Troll King fight, and I can't make a video of it and post it because it won't post in the correct order. So I may just have to suck it up and put the Halloween stream in the playlist for the playthrough and just maybe add chapters. Put something in the description that's like, hey, I've made chapters so you can watch the troll fight and then like not engage with the ACNH stuff if you don't want to. So have a place where it cuts off very distinctly in the video, and then put in the description that it's part of the playthrough or something like that. So I was just thinking about that, and I was like, man, like I won't be able to. Wait, why are we out of fine cloth? We don't have enough fine cloth, you guys. I'm gonna cry. The guard's armor took it as well, so now I need 2 more, and I couldn't. I hate it when this happens. I hate it when this happens. It's always something. What do you mean edit the live? No, but what I'm saying is, Cursed, even if I cut the video to just the like, so it's a VOD, I download it as a video file, I edit it. If I post it now, it's not gonna post in the right place in the dating will be wrong. The date will be wrong. And I don't think I can force a date. So the only thing I could do to get it in chronological order of the playlist for the playthrough would be to delete this stream and yesterday's stream, lose all the views that are currently on them, and post that video, and then post these streams again. Does that make sense? It's not the video itself, it's not the editing that's the problem, it's the timing. Yeah, I won't be able to put it in the right place. So if I just change the status of, hold on, what am I doing? I'm out of fine, and the map stone is right up here. I'm an idiot. I'm out of fine cloth. I gotta go make some fine cloth. It's gonna be fine. But it's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's the timing. Yeah. I don't know enough about the creator side of YouTube to know how the edit part works. Yeah, I can't change the, like, once something is posted, it's posted. So the only thing you can do is delete it and repost it if you want to change anything as far as the timing goes. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I can cut the VOD and just have the troll fight and just post that into the playlist. But it's not going to be in chronological order, so it'll be out of place anyway. So like I said, what I can do, though, is just change the Halloween, the current Halloween VOD, just add it to the Return to Moria playthrough playlist. Right now it's in the special events playlist. I could just add it, even though it's weird, because it's a special event, and just be like, hey, this is still part of the story. So it's in here. And like I said, just put something in the description. That'll allow people to understand it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just the postingness. Like, it's very final when you post something publicly on YouTube. That's just what it is. And then, yeah, if I were to delete, like I said, I added 2 more. Do I need more? If I were to delete the last 2 streams so that when I posted it, it would be the next thing, I would lose all the views and stuff that I have on them currently. So it's a little annoying, but I think I'll just suck it up. I'll be like, you know what, I'm sorry, this isn't just Return to Moria, but important things happened, so yeah, I wish I'd thought about it sooner, because I like your idea best of like cutting the VOD to a video of it, but I just wasn't thinking ahead. I was scrambling just to get the thing to happen in the first place, so yeah. Maybe edit to just the Troll King fight and upload that to the playlist. That's the problem, Axe, is if I upload it to the playlist, it's gonna be the most recent thing, and it's gonna be after this live stream. It'll be listed after this live stream, so it's gonna be out of chronological order. And unless you know of a trick that will let me... I keep leaving the map zone. That will let me change the dates of my videos without deleting them. Videos being VODs of live streams now. Without deleting them, if I can change the date and like put that fight where it belongs chronologically. That's the struggle. The struggle is getting it to post in the right place, not making a video that just shows the fight. That's easy. Okay, we got this. One more piece of armor. And we've got it. But yeah, I just wanted to address that with you real quick. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably just end up adding the Halloween stream to the Return to Moria playthrough adding something in the description, which no one will read, but at least I can address it. Adding in the description like, hey, this is a special event, but it also features a mid-boss fight, so I'm including it in this playlist or whatever. And then if I create chapters, people can skip to and cut off more clearly. Oh my gosh, dude! The stamina. No stamina. Okay, can we make these pants, please? I just need a pair of pants. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and absolutely no extra star metal ingots, so we cannot make the hammer right now. Life will go on. So let me do this. New helmet. New body armor. New gauntlets. New greaves. Or boots or pants or whatever they want to call them. Alright, guys. We are now decked out already. Even though we kind of just managed to get our Khazad armor going. We are now decked out in Durin's guard armor, which is pretty fancy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's take a look at it. In the wardrobe. Oh, his helmet's off. This is very cool. I love all the detail. These guys are so good at designing armor. Yeah, let's look at him here in the inventory so you can see the full thing. Okay, so what level is this? This is tier... Well, that's the helmet. Tier 5. Okay, nice. Tier 5. And our Khazad stuff was tier 4. So we've upgraded armor. Look at the gauntlets, you guys. The design on the that etching. Do you guys see it? That's so detailed. It's like swirls and stuff. That's very cool. Oh, and it's on the spalders too. And the chest plate. Oh, that's so cool. I love this armor. Alright, you guys. Mission accomplished. Bonus stream accomplished. We relit the Nogrod Forge. We forged a new Nogrod weapon. We collected elusive materials to craft upgraded armor, which is very exciting. We progressed beyond the crossroads and we made it into the Redhorn Lode. Not only that, we made it to the Mithril Forge. So next stream, which is going to be Friday, no more surprise streams, by the way. Don't get used to it. On Friday, we'll be able to pick up where we left off at the Mithril Forge and see where things are going to take us from there, because if we take a gander at our objectives, we found the grave of King Nain, and we got all the information. Not only did we get all the information about the Khazad Stone, we have the Khazad Stone itself. Mission accomplished. So all we have to do now is return the Khazad Stone to King Thorin. So what we have left to do is forge a mithril weapon and kill the dragon. And we have discovered the Mithril Forge. So then it's just a matter of what do we need, what does it take to craft the Mithril Spear, which we have the recipe for. It's just a matter of materials now, right? We don't even have to unlock the recipe. We just need to get the stuff. So we're gonna need mithril ingots to make that, and I believe it was diamonds. What else are we looking at? Oh, we did not relight the forge yet, so it's not listed. So here we go. The Shazaknaman. Mithril ingot, diamond, ironwood, and scales, and that's why we've been collecting scales and fighting all the drakes. So yeah, that's next on the list is to craft that. So we'll come back, we'll relight the forge, and we'll see what next steps need to be taken. But guys, we're decked out. We're decked out in all our upgraded gear. New armor, new weapons. Durin's axe, we're killing it. We're absolutely killing it. I am so industrious. I'm so proud of us. We've got it going on. So, next stream, picking up at the Mithril Forge is going to be super fun. So, let me check this out. I think you can just go to the playlist and drag the video to the appropriate desired place in the list. I just did this on one of my playlists, closed the browser, reopened it, it did not revert. Ooh. Okay, I might try that. Thank you for letting me know that that's an option. Thank you for letting me know. Because, yeah, that's all I need. I just need a way to post it in chronological order without deleting anything that's happened since. That would be ideal. So, yeah, I will experiment with that. Actually, I can just go into my playlist right now, move stuff around, and see what happens before I even go into editing something. So, yeah, if I can do that, I will definitely do that. So, thanks for the insight. And thank you guys for hanging out in the live stream. Axebeard, Cursed, Gaming Grandma, thank you guys so much for coming into the live chat and saying hello and hanging out. and going on the adventure with me. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the VOD watchers. If you guys have made it all the way to the end of the stream, I went a full 2.5 hours because she can't help herself. But it's a bonus stream, and it's right at the end of a long weekend, so everything's going to be fine. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate the view, and I hope that you guys are enjoying, if not just simply getting some kind of useful information out of these streams, this playthrough, just to introduce you to the game. I'm grateful if I can provide you guys with entertainment or anything like that. So thank you so much to the VOD watchers for coming by and taking a look at the stream after the fact. You guys are so welcome for the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made your day better at all. And I'm gonna see you guys Friday, okay? Don't get used to it. Bonus streams, I mean, it's just because the DLC is coming. It's just because I feel the fire under my arse, as I like to say. So yeah, that's the only reason we're pushing it. But anyway, I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys for putting up with me. Thank you for joining me on the adventure. I will see you on Friday. Until then, bye!